Hey, it's Soul, and this is the tip of the spear in our Midnight Alpha coverage. In this video, I'm going to try and quickly mouth off what I learned in the alpha in like the one day I had before needing to make some sort of video before the embargo lifted. Now, I spent most of it finding out what profession materials made what for player housing. A link to that video is in the description in case you're interested in that. And here I'm going to share the rest of the spattering of what I found out. And these are like things that I've read from notes, semi-random curiosities I ran into, and that sort of stuff. And there's going to be a lot more to share in the coming days, weeks, months, and so on and so forth. So in the meantime, please like this video, subscribe for more WoW coverage, and catch me where I'm live. Again, I'm going to try to be fast, and I admit I only did so much exploring, so listen up. You can go to your house via menu. Just open it right up, and it has a 15-minute cooldown. You can fly in your neighborhood, which is very helpful because your neighborhood is big. It's really, really big. I haven't seen the Alliance side yet, but the Horde side is like, well, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the housing map and I'm just going to slap it onto like Duratar as an example. It's like that big. Speaking of big, funny enough, the update to Quel'thalas actually didn't do a lot to physically increase the size of the zone in most areas. Here, I'll do like another overlap here on the screen. Now, there are three exceptions. All the way south, there's this kind of not really dead space, but this extended area that transitions us from Silvermoon to the Eastern Plaguelands. There's no load screen, no nothing, and there's this little portal here over at the gates that can take you to the original Quel'thalas if you wanted to go there. Silvermoon City is, man, it's massive, and it's borderline disorienting. There are multiple levels to it, like I'm in like a mega city with crazy heights and tons of detail. The difference being instead of facades and walls back in the Burning Crusade days, it's very filled out and explorable. I can't put it into words, and no video tour would do it justice. You'll just have to see it for yourself, both this and Eversong Forest, and even Quel'thalas, which is now built into the world. For those wondering, the Horde-only part of Silvermoon, you know, the place where the Alliance can't go, otherwise they'll get, like, stabbed on sight or whatever, it's basically just the area where the original Silvermoon capital was. Like, this map obviously isn't finalized, but you can sort of see these brighter red highlights that indicate where it's, like, a Horde-only territory. Now, this part of Silvermoon was also restored, and it's really fleshed out. It looks fantastic, but by and large, the new real estate added to the west of Old Silvermoon, it's all a sanctuary and everyone can hang out. Skyriding got an interesting revamp. It's moving away from Vigor and to this charge system. So you have these 6 charges that Skyward Ascent and Surge Forward share. Whirling Surge is just like a separate thing on its own cooldown. The charges are restored every 10 seconds normally, but when flying at a downward angle, like you kind of should be, you get a buff that lowers that time to 6 seconds per charge. So it still feels rewarding to play the flying game, quote, right? And you know, this changes mostly for the folks who don't like the punitive nature of Skyriding. So overall, it's a great change. Everyone's getting something out of this. We saw hints of chopping down lumber, and here it is. We just grab an axe, go out somewhere, and have at it. Real quick, lumber is a housing resource. It's warbound, and there's different lumber for each expansion, and there are recipes to match, which all require lumber if you're trying to make housing decor. So this is going to make the profession game pretty interesting. We had a group interview, and I managed to ask Ian a few questions on if private and charter neighborhoods, if they could bypass the whole thing about, you know, forcing exterior housing options to match the neighborhood they're in. Unfortunately, he doubled down, saying that despite that argument, they're just trying to say that when you're in that faction's neighborhood, they just want the homes to match. I guess unless it's neutral housing, but that's a different conversation we'll need to have. I also managed to ask if an individual endeavor would expand its offerings over time, because eventually we might collect everything from a given theme, right? And then we would just blacklist endeavors that my community felt like we were done with. So he said that the team would respond to that over time. They'd need to observe, but we should also ask the housing team directly, and I plan to do that. We also learned that the team does want to raise the guild limit. It's not a philosophical problem, just a technical one, so let's keep badgering them on that topic. Pandaren Heritage armor is... This is so random, but Pandaren Heritage armor is coming. The quest, it's not working, but here it is on the adventure guide, and it's finally coming. Yay. Dozens of achievements, including legacy and meta achievements, have housing decor attached to them. That includes an upcoming meta for the World Within called World Soul Searching, which resembles earlier expansion metas. It awards this cool little steam tank looking mount and a dark heart decor, whatever that looks like. All I had to do in the achievement menu is type in Decor to see all the results, and hopefully it'll always be that easy to find these kinds of achievements. These last few things are coming from build notes, and you'll see these sometime soon. Reagents and consumables will only have 2 ranks instead of 3, making an easier divide between cheap and expensive materials and potions and so on. Crafting sparks won't need Valor Stones anymore, although actually I don't even know if Valor Stones are still going to be a thing, but they won't be needed for making complete sparks. Instead, we just get 1 spark every week, and we need 2 to make epic gear and probably 4 for something like a 2-handed weapon. And here's a fun one for collectors. If you complete a class set appearance at a certain difficulty, you'll earn the lower difficulty versions of that appearance too. This is also retroactive to legacy content. And that's pretty much all that I've got so far. I know it's not a very impressive list. You know, the usual folk probably have like 50 things or something, but oh well. I hope at least a few of these items here excited you. Feel free to share your thoughts in a comment. Like this video, subscribe for more WoW coverage, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.